a year and a half ago, I had some kind of profound impacts associated with loss. My both granddads from both separate sides of the family. One of them was very sudden and another one was very drawn out and long. And up until this point, I hadn't really lost anyone really close to me. And the loss over time had quite a significant impact on my well-being, my mental health, and how I saw the rest of the world as well. I slowly started to kind of descend into a pit of quite awful depression. I was so away from myself that I could not be my own person anymore. It was almost as if I was standing on the precipice of this deep hole, and the grief of losing my second granddad pushed me over the edge, and I just was free falling into just complete darkness. I couldn't see anything else other than the loss. I lost a lot of myself, my happiness. I could not see happiness in the world much anymore. It was just overwhelming. I told my mum I just don't want to feel anything anymore because it was so painful to feel everything that I was feeling at that time. I couldn't imagine how to get out of this rut of being so all-encompassingly sad all the time. So I ended up taking part in some CBT therapy. It enlightened me in the sense that I realised that whilst it was about the grief, and the grief had put me in that position, there were so many other things that had existed in my life that I hadn't processed, that almost the grief pushed me over the edge. I could feel myself, who I was as a person, how I normally am, how I interact, my confidence, my happiness was around me, but I just couldn't connect with it anymore. And not being able to see hope in anything that I had, not being able to see love and success, it was just sadness. I then attended a grief group therapy session to help me process the grief. And I was surrounded by people similar age group to me who had lost grandparents, who had lost parents, who had lost significant partners in their life. And whilst I thought it would be too hard, it actually was so rewarding for me to be able to connect with people on another level who were going through the same thoughts and feelings that I was at the same time. Listening to their stories made me reflect on the things that I had been through, but in the sense that I could process them better, and I slowly got better. You know, I climbed out of the pit and I gained more control of myself. I have not felt this way in so long that it's hard to conceptualize feeling good and feeling happy. And I feel myself again. I don't feel this other person or this shell anymore. I think I didn't know before that I had a problem, and that I didn't know that in myself that I was creating behaviours and pathways to make myself worse. I didn't accept that I was part of the issue, I suppose, and that I was part of this system of feeling bad. I started to understand that I didn't have to hide myself anymore from my friends, my family, and how I was feeling, because almost the grief allowed that one time to open up, because everyone was opening up about how they were feeling. And whilst I was opening up about my grief, I was also opening up about the things I'd been feeling other than that. And grief has shown me the resilience that I can have. It has given me a positive experience in the sense that I am a better person than before grief.